am Mercy the tailor, and welcome to my channel. Also welcome to today's tutorial. So today's tutorial will be on how to sew a butterfly top with bias and keyholes. So if you want to see how that is done, please sit back and follow the process. Now, before we go any further, let me take a little of your time to request that if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please do consider subscribing. For that reason, I'm going to take a little of your time to wait for you to do that. So I'm actually waiting for you to subscribe. Alright guys, thank you so very much for subscribing. If you just subscribe, let me know in the comment section so I will give you a very warm welcome. Also, don't forget to click on the notification bell. That way you will always receive updates whenever I post out a new video. And to my old subscribers, thank you so very much. We are actually growing. Now, without wasting any much of our time, let's just go into the tutorial at once. So guys, I have already done a tutorial on this butterfly top earlier, but I noticed some parts, some sewing parts were not showing. So that is why I want to repeat the whole process for you to actually, gain comprehensive knowledge on how to sew this particular style of butterfly top. All right, the type that has keyhole by the side, just the way this one is here. I'm going to take it to the sewing machine right now, and then you will start by piping the sides. All right, the first tutorial I made, I didn't use bias to pipe the side. I folded it like so, and then I sewed it all the way round. All right, I only use bias to pipe the neck, but for this one I'm going to use bias to pipe the sides. Is that clear? It's all right. Follow me to the sewing machine. Let's continue the whole process, especially the keyhole process, because that side didn't really come out. So I guess, or I'm thinking, you didn't really see what I did there. So for your sake, I have to repeat this process. All right, so somebody should just give me a hand of applause. Thank you so very much, guys. So let's continue. So guys, this is the bias I'm going to use to pipe the sides. All right, these sides like this all the way round. So this is going to be the back side. The side that has chop is going to be the back side or the rough side of this fabric. So before we start, we are going to notch the shoulder part. So this is the shoulder and this is the shoulder. All right, so this is the right side of the fabric, and this side I use chop on is the wrong side of the fabric. So we are going to be fixing the bias this way like so. All right, so when fixing it, don't keep it exactly like this. Remember, this is where we notched the shoulder part, right? This place is the shoulder part, so don't keep it exactly like this. Shift it a little, give it space, like sewing allowance, like 1 inch, all right, before you will start sewing. So this is how we will sew it right now. So this is our 1 inch sewing allowance. Now watch, I'm going to start sewing from here, not from here. 1 inch away from the beginning of this bias, like so. So I'm going to be sewing this bias all the way around, like all the way round. So guys, I have sewed all the way to this point, all right, close to where I started from. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop here, bring it out like so, and then I'm going to cut this out as well. I'm going to leave 1 inch the way I left this to this other side. All right, the way I left 1 inch at this other side. So I'm cutting this away like so. And this is to enable us have a very neat, beautiful and professional finishing. So we are going to bring these two sides together this way. We are bringing them together like this, all right, and then we are going to sew. So while sewing these two together, be mindful of the fabric down here. You're not sewing it together with the fabric down here. Now I'm going to keep it this way. Can you see there's a space under? So I'm keeping it like this, and then I will sew from that space down. Then I will show you what next to do. So can you see I'm joining the two together like so. And then I'm going to cut this extra allowance here like so, all right. And then this is what we have. Can you see? So we are going to continue. You know, we sewed and stopped around here. This way also we did the same thing. So we are going to back stitch and then join the two together and back stitch as well. Good. So this is what we have. We have succeeded in joining both sides together. So this is the stage 1 on how to pipe your butterfly top by the side. The stage 2 will be this way. You're turning it like this way. So we're going to fold it like this, right inside, all right, and then right inside. So we are going to top stitch on top of the bias. Is that clear? So let's continue. So I'm going to sew all the way to the end of the side. So guys, I have sewed all the way around and I have appeared here where I started sewing earlier. So I'm going to sew to that spot and then I will back stitch, and after that I will let us know what next to do. And so we are also going to pipe the neck. The way we piped the sides, that is how we are going to pipe the neck design. All right, so I'm going to do that behind the camera so that this video will not be too long. All right, good. So the same techniques I use here is the same thing I'm going to use to sew the neck design. Always remember to notch your shoulder. So this is the shoulder around the neck side. The other one we notched earlier was the side, which is the sleeve side, and this is the neck side of the shoulder. All right, so I have sewed all the way around to this point and I have back stitch. I want to believe by now you already know what back stitching is, right? Good. So I'll fold it this way, the way it is here, into 4, like so. So the way it is like this, and then I will use loose stitch and sew through this line. After sewing it with loose stitch, I will then take it to the table, open it up like this, and then give it a very good press. All right, good. So that is what we will be doing right now. So I'm going to sew it like so, following this chalk here, like so. So I'm using loose stitch because I'm going to loosen it and sew it appropriately. And I'm not going to back stitch at this point because I'm still going to lose it out. I just want to print this measurement to this other side of the top as well. So I'm taking it to the table right now to iron it, and then I'll bring it back for you to see. So I have done the stitching, and this is what it is like. So at this point I have printed the measurement on both sides of the top. So I'm going to lose it out right now, like so. So now that we have printed this measurement on both sides, the next thing to do right now is to sew this keyhole very neatly on both sides. Now let's do just that. So this is the back side of this top. We are going to turn to the right side, all right, this way. Good. So to sew the keyhole, this is what you will do. Watch closely. This part is very important in sewing this hole. So we are going to flip the top this way, and then we are going to bring this side and then this side to face each other. All right, so when you carry it like this and they are facing each other, this side is the right side and this side is the right side, so they are facing each other. All right, so we have it like this. This is the rough side and this is the rough side. We are going to pin these holes all the way round with our pins. Now watch out. So I want to believe you got that properly. If not, let me repeat this process of sewing this keyhole. So what I simply did here is this. I flipped this part this way and I picked it up this way, picked this part as well, and then I brought the two together like so. This way the right sides are facing each other like so, and now we have the back side and we have the back side. I hope we can continue right now. Okay, so we can pin this hole all the way round. So I'm pinning it right now. I want to take this part gradually so that you can get the whole idea on how to sew this keyhole. So you can see, just follow it that way, this way, like this, pinning it like this, and like this, like this, like this. it like this. So I'm not going to skip this part or make it shorter, so that you can really get the concept. All right, you can see the way I'm turning it over like so. This is just so I can get the hole appropriately, like so. So we have reached the end of the hole. We have pinned it all the way round. All right, so we are going to keep it like so, just the way we use our pins to hold it. Now let me show you before we sew the stuff with the machine. Let me show you how it's going to look like. So we are turning it like this. Can you see? So this is what it is like. We've not sewn it yet. We just use our pins to hold it together. All right, so right now I'm going to turn it over to sew. Watch very closely. This way, like so. So I'm going to sew it all the way round. Watch and learn. So you can begin to remove the pins one after the other as you are sewing round the hole. So adjust so that it doesn't squeeze under. Adjust properly. You can take your time. You can see how I'm taking my time here. Do same as well, so that you get the real thing done. Nothing good comes easy, they said. I hope you know. So you just have to be patient, very, very patient sewing this. Very patient sewing this hole. All right, you don't have to be in a hurry. So we are going to be back stitching here. This is the end of the round hole. Good. So let me show you how it looks like. Just watch. All right, your own is just watch. See the way it is. See how we sewed it all the way around. As you are sewing, you're turning it like this. You're turning it this way until you reach the end of the hole. Thereafter, you open it up like this. Now this is one side of the top and this is one side of the top. So you will just bring it out like this, open it like this, and you have your hole properly sewn. All right, good. So we are going to notch this sewing allowance we have here. All right, this side, this allowance we have here, we are going to notch it with scissors all the way around like this. So this is to help the hole lie appropriately when you're ironing it, without the hole squeezing around the corner. All right, good. So you do just what you see me doing here, like so. Notch it gradually, notch it. Be careful so you don't tear the top out. So we are going to do the same thing to the other side of the keyhole. The same process you use in sewing this hole here, that is the same process you will use in doing the second side of this hole. All right, good. So right now we are going to take it to the sewing machine and give it a very good press. Thereafter, I will show us what next to do. So guys, I've ironed the hole. See how neatly ironed it is, right? I've also ironed the sides of the top and the neck as well. So the last thing to do here is to sew the sides from the point we need to sew down to the end of the top, and that will be all for this tutorial. So remember to sew exactly on your bust point or 1 inch down away from your bust point. Remember, I didn't say up, I said down. 1 inch down away from your bust point. So in this case, I'm sewing exactly from the bust point down to the end of the top. So like so. So this is what we have here. I will do the same thing to the other side of the top. Alright, and we are done. So guys, thank you so very much for watching. I want to believe this tutorial is helpful to you. Please do let me know in the comment section. Alright, don't forget to give us your thumbs up. Yes, it's very important. Like, say something. Let's know what stood out for you concerning the whole process. All right. Thank you. Till I come your way next time. Bye bye for now.